Andrew Rugasira was born in western Uganda into a wealthy entrepreneur family where his father owned a chalk factory. Rugasira was educated in London with degrees in law and economics from School of Oriental and African Studies, University of London between 1989 and 1992. After his studies, he returned home instead of living in the UK, following abrupt changes taking place in the school chalk business in which his father had succeeded. He is the founder of Good African Coffee, dealing in growing, roasting, processing, and exporting coffee. His coffee brands exported to the world include Bukochi Gold, Espresso Roast, Renzori Mountains, Freeze-Dried Instant, and Central Plains. Prior to founding Good African Coffee, Andrew was founder and the CEO of VR Promotions Limited, Uganda's leading promotions and events management company in the 1990s. His promotions company was featured in President Bill Clinton's 1998 tour of Africa. His company also promoted local and international artists like the late Lucky Dube, Chakademas and Pliers, among others. He also worked with now independent and successful producers like Steve Jenner back then. Andrew's love for coffee came when he realized that Uganda is a rich coffee-growing nation, but Ugandans did not own a single processing plant. He then decided to venture into coffee business, to change the existing trade by organizing over 14,000 farmers from the rich coffee-growing region in western Uganda into 280 cooperative societies and guaranteed them the best price for their product. Instead of shipping the coffee beans overseas, Andrew set up the processing system to clean, roast, grind and package the coffee in Uganda. He was later quoted to have said, "The first thing I had wanted to do was to change the method by which coffee was produced." Mr. Rugasira believes that it is time for Africans to process and market their own products globally and use trade as a means to bring about a sustainable development so desperately needed by farmers and communities. Rugasira is a business leader in a class of his own.
Those kind of resources. But I believe that, we set out to build an organization that would come from the bottom up, bring change from the bottom up, how we work with our farmers, how we train them in agronomy practices, how we help support their building of village banks, and those kind of initiatives have always been a bottom-up approach, and so has been your support. The emails you've written to us, the suggestions you've made in how we can improve our brand visibility. And I just wanted to share with you today to kind of say, what can we do to further this brand in the market?
He shares his company's profits on an equal basis with his farmers and their communities, a philosophy he has filtered throughout the extended family that is a part of the company. His employees get 10% of the company profits in addition to their salaries. This means that the shareholders get to keep only 40%, since the farmers and their communities are slated to receive 50% through community grants, a motivation factor in his business. Rugasira's candid view on growth through trade has made him somewhat of a champion of fair trade pressure groups. However, he feels that lobbyists should not pressure government to boost aid budgets, as this in turn ensnares yet another African generation into an ending dependency. He is considered to be one of the wealthiest businessmen in Uganda, with his source of wealth being coffee processing and entertainment. Andrew won the African Vision Award 2005, African Times, LA and USA 2005. Business Personality of the Year 2006, Destiny Uganda, Coffee Entrepreneur of the Year 2006, UCDA Uganda. He also was nominated the Young Global Leader 2007 by the World Economic Forum and remains an established leader in economic development. He is married with his wife Jacqueline with 5 children. He claims to have lost count of how many other little ones he takes care of. He has links to numerous children that have come his way, either through his church, orphans he has supported, or children of distant relatives. Andrew Rugasira's success story is a story of persistence and lessons learned.